Hey guys, it's Model Making Time, and today we're at Bovington Tank Museum for the Southwest Model Show 2026. I'm really excited to be here, having not been here for about 3 years. So this should be exciting to see what's changed both for the museum and for the show itself. I've actually already been around, and I can assure you this is a really good show. And during the course of this video, we're going to go through and have a look at every sort of display that's available, and we'll also have a quick look at the traders that are here too. And with that, let's go and have a look around Bovington Museum and have a look at the model show.
And we start off the show today looking at the Tank Museum volunteers. There's actually going to be a second display that we'll see of this in the show. This is a really cool display, and well, unsurprisingly for the Tank Museum, it is tank heavy, and that's something you'll see throughout the show here. Now, as many of you may know, I am not the tank person, but it's really cool to educate yourself whilst you're at the Tank Museum and then see them in scale form too. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the Tank Museum volunteers have basically recreated the entire museum in scale, and it's so cool to see. I did hear them talking about these gliders as well, and how they are vacuum form, and I think some parts were replaced and scratch built too. It was hard to choose which models should be featured here, so I did a variety. From the clean looking models to those that look like they are weathered and have been in the battlefield for a long time, to those being repaired. It's a really diverse selection of models. After watching Airfix's launch on Friday, it was cool to see some space at the show, but this is South Coast Modelers. Now, it was quite hard to get their full table in with these massive and incredible dioramas and the 3 V-bombers in a really cool formation. Yet somehow we managed to get the entire table in the video. I did try and take some pictures of the boats, and well, I'm never really sure how to photograph or video these because they're so huge, but hopefully I've got enough that you can understand the level of detail and quality of these kits. This was one of the most varied displays probably at the show, and it was incredible quality as well. Not only is there quantity, but there is fantastic workmanship behind it. I don't think this is a display that I've seen at other shows as well, so it really provided something different for me. That's one of the joys of going to a show at the complete opposite end of the country, and perhaps there's a reason why I should go to one of the Scottish shows soon, so that I can experience that in the opposite direction. One that we have seen more recently though is Bronton Scale Model Club. They have a variety of dioramas, some that just show the everyday life and some that are in conflict. I really enjoy seeing dioramas that show everyday life because those are what make us human. And I find those to be some of the most fascinating and interesting because it's someone's interpretation of what life is. And well, I just think this lighting effect was really cool as well. Speaking of dioramas, we're heading over to 3 green models, which also features part of the diorama SIG as well, which we'll see further of in a moment. I thought this was an incredible table, showing a lot of different dioramas. The Tornadoes and Jaguars here looked fantastic, and the Eurofighter flying over what I'm assuming is the Welsh Valleys looked awesome. This was an amazing selection, and well, I don't know how you can really top this. Well, I say that, but we're going to see the other dioramas too, which are just equally as impressive. Before we see them though, it's time to head over to South Somerset, another club I don't see all too often. The seaplane in the centre is obviously the star of the show, with the Shin Maiwa US-2, I believe it is, as if my research is to be believed. This was an awesome display, and there was a lot of sci-fi on the table too, including Predator, which we actually saw a couple of at the display. I also really liked the use of vehicles in non-military settings as well. Oh, and this Jaguar was fantastic. The aforementioned aviation diorama SIG is back on display here. Unfortunately, with the stabilization of my camera, I cut off the front of the Vulcan ever so slightly here, but you can get the idea of the 3 V-bombers together. I do think my favourite diorama on this table was probably the A400, and I think that's simply because it gives a sense of scale of the aircraft, with the 3 workmen going on the aircraft to repair it, and well, you can see that here. One I remember at every show I see them is Just for Fun modelers, because they always have something different and they really show that modelling is, well, just for fun. You can do anything and everything that you want to do. I think my favourite thing is probably the submarine coming out of the fish tin, but honestly, everything on their table is just amazing. The creativity is just off the charts. It's one of my favourite tables. It always puts a smile on my face, and I can just tell that you have a smile on your face watching this video too. Probably my favourite one here is the T-Rex ready to spill the tea. We then head over to local Southampton, where we see our second Predator of the show. There's also a couple of really cool aircraft here, including what I think is an IL-28 in Finnish markings. We see a return of more and more dioramas, which are becoming ever more prevalent at the show, but Southampton thought of some really unique subjects for their dioramas, which was awesome to see. We then head over to the not quite so nearby, but still nearer than normal for me, Gloucester. This was a really cool display featuring a lot of sort of sci-fi and creative statues and vignettes in the middle, with tanks one side and aircraft on the other. I tried to just sort of go around the people who were there and they were quite deep in conversation, but it was really cool to see such different and unique models on display. And everything seemed to have so much movement on the table. We're then over to the Early Risers Model Club, and one of their models right at the end does have sound, so hopefully you'll be able to hear that, though I didn't bring sort of a proper shotgun microphone for you to be able to hear it. I did like Gollum sitting in the middle of the table too, they looked absolutely stunning. And I liked the rock that was sat nearby too. A really unique aircraft. One of the more colourful displays at the show is the Romania SIG. The aircraft at the start being the HE-111, the PZL P-11, the HE-100, the HS-129, the IR-8081, and the Blenheim. Oh, I love this stand. I always thought, you know, Romanian and Yugoslavian aviation was really cool, and it was lush to see it here too. The MiG-21, I think my favourite one, was at the end of the table, which had sort of the camo with the metallic borders on. It just looked amazing. We then head over to Harrow, and you'll see there's a block missing, but don't worry, I have actually got that filled in. If I heard them correctly, this is the DB, MK, Sea Fury and Hornet kits. I've got some close-ups of them for you to have a look at. I don't believe these are the full production versions from what I heard. It's sort of like the test sprues, so they are representative of hopefully at least similar to what will come out. But overall, I thought this was an awesome stand, so much variety on offer. Here's the mentioned Hornet and a Sea Fury behind it. There were some things slightly further back as well, so I did just try and make sure I got footage of them. I think I've seen this Stuka before though. I'm not quite sure, but I think I've seen the Stuka. It looks incredible either way. a subject I know literally nothing about, is Shepton Mallet Drifters Model Boat Club, so I'll just let you enjoy these. They did take the cover off this Nautilus for me though, and it looks absolutely stunning, like incredibly lifelike, just awesome. We then head over to the second part of the Tank Museum Volunteer Models Club. Oh my god, there was so much here, including scratch-built tanks such as the US skeleton tank, and the quality here is incredible. Just an absolutely insane level of detail and quality. I can't get over how anyone could scratch build. It takes definitely a certain type of person, and it's a skill I one day hope to acquire. Now, Four Corners do have that box just on the edge of the screen that you'll see there, and you will have a look inside that, and I was blown away by how incredible it looks in there. And I really think, despite how amazing everything is on here, that and the V1 that you can see in front there really stole the show for me. We then head on over to Plymouth Scale Model Association with a large Batman right at the front and then Gundam flanking it on the sides. It's really interesting to see how comic books and, well, I guess movies, and then on the flip side, Gundam and Japanese sort of anime, manga influence has really penetrated the modelling scene, contrasting the grey and greens of military, aviation and tanks with the vibrancy of sort of the fictional settings. It's so cool. Where I ended up staying for the night before the model show is Poole, and here we have Poole Scale Modelers. The Metal Earth sort of style wireframe metal models at the end of the table look amazing, but I really love some of these ship dioramas. Whilst I am not a shipbuilder myself, I do enjoy seeing sort of battleships and boats and ships all just sort of presented in their natural setting. I just think they always look so amazing. We then head over to Mandip Modelers, an action-packed and tank-filled display. There was a set at the edge that seemed to be like bridge layers, different types, but all in different stages that I thought looked really cool. And other than that, I just took pictures of what I thought looked awesome. Again, I'm not someone who is super knowledgeable about tanks, but I hope you enjoy it. Vikings up next, and that Rhodesian aircraft, just the vibrancy of the wings, like it was so insanely sheeny metallic, and the two Typhoons in their two display seasons look incredible as well. This was a really great display, and having the Necrons on the table too, just such a variety on offer. I think the thing that stood out the most is sort of the not just the wreckage at the end of the table, but also the fact that the wreckage is just like so worn and naturally aged. It just looks amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't write down the name of this club, which is really unfortunate because I got really low down to take some pictures at different angles. If I'm able to add it on YouTube's limited editing features, I will add it in. Let me know in the comments down below though, because I hate missing them, and I'm sorry I didn't write down your name, sorry. So I do try and focus on clubs rather than sort of shops, and I think this is Apex. I don't think this is technically a vendor. I think this is like the club, and they've got a shop as well. Don't worry, we'll look at traders properly later. So we then head over to Romsey Modelers, which had some of my favourite things from the show. So the HE-111 at the end I thought looked spectacular. There's the Lithuanian aircraft on here as well, which I just think looks great. And someone with one of my friends in Lithuania who I game with, I thought that was really cute as well. A really packed stand, but everything is just of fantastic quality. I will say as well, these boats, these were on wood and I think just painted with some texture on it, and they look incredible. They just were so effective. And this HU111 is just clean, and this, oh, it just looks amazing. Now this table is Salisbury, and it had my favourite display team aircraft on. Now I apologise about the stabilisation. I try and use like the optical stabilisation on my camera, but then also like some post stabilisation if I need to. And I was walking around people here. This was quite a tight corridor for the actual display, so unfortunately it's a bit shaky. But yeah, the you just saw it at the top there, the Diavolo Rossi F84, and it just is my favourite of the show. I think I've built this before. I think it's the Airfix kit, potentially. I'm not actually, it may not be, it might be a larger scale. It's hard to remember it. And any from Iron Maiden, and these two cool jet provosts in South American schemes. Just a really cool table, actually. They did also have the Airfix BF109, the new one, built in the sort of RAF colours, and the Spitfire 2 in French, which I just thought was really cool. We then head over to the Churchill SIG, and the Churchill is one of the tanks I can actually recognise now. I am getting better very, very slowly. That's mainly from grinding the British tree on War Thunder and playing the Churchill quite a lot. Plus, Mr. Modeler does enjoy Churchill, so I have learned it. There are so many different varieties on this table, so take the opportunity to just sit here and look at them because they just are represented very thoroughly. Aldingbourne are up next, and I think my favourite thing on this table is the F16XL, the Delta Wing version of the F16. There's also a Nat next to it as well in sort of desert colours. Really cool and interesting. Again, more Gundam and Gunpla on display here, which I think is interesting. It's becoming ever more common a sight at model shows. Our last club before we take a little break is Avon, and we have seen, I think, a lot of this before, I think at Telford. Now the show is obviously quite early into the year, so you are going to see some repeats, but I don't mind it when the models are this amazing. The LO diorama, if I can even say that properly, is one of the best at any show I've ever seen.
Well, we've had a bit of a look around the show, but of course there are other things here too, including vendors like Airfix and other charities here too, like Models for Heroes. So let's go and have a look.
First up then, I guess we should have a look at is Kobe. Now Kobe are like well, a brick system, but it's not Revell, it's not Lego, it's not Airfix, it's their own thing, and they focus on military, or at least I believe they do. This is their historical military range, or their historical range, and you can see here that there is like a battle going on, and well, I have seen people such as Yogscast do sort of gaming sessions using these as well, so there is a lot you can do with these. Bit pricey, but I mean, isn't everything these days? I did think it was a really good display though, and it really showed just the wide variety of options you have when using these sets. Of course, a familiar sight for us is Airfix, and again we get to see their new models, the Canberra and the JU52 on display here. I will say they were positioned in a bit of an odd place because they were put sort of in the entranceway, which I think could be really good, but then it was also like the main place for people to get to the main bit of the show, so they were left in a bit of an odd position, but I think that display still looks amazing. I love seeing all the lightnings together, and then the Jaguars next to that, and I cannot wait for this Canberra to come out. I'm so excited for it. Probably the thing I've been most excited for Airfix for a couple of years, and I've loved all their launches. We also had, well, it's not Robot Wars, but the remnants of Robot Wars, and I remember seeing the Big Cheese when I was a child, and then Wheelie Big Cheese that came after it, and Matilda. Oh yeah, just so exciting. There were also a lot of charities here, including the RNLI with their lifeboats, and well, after that as well, we did also have Models for Heroes, who did a model building station as well. I didn't want to like invade on people who were enjoying that, so I just sort of did a quick whip of the camera, but it was a really cool model building area, which I thought was really nice. I'm glad to see that that's there at the show. We do also have other charities as well, including this Poppy Appeal, which had this sort of RC tank battle thing next to it. I think it was associated. It looked quite cool anyway. Of course, we had a lot of traders at the show, and I bought from Models for Sale, I'm not ashamed to say. I bought 3 kits from here right off the bat. Very excited by that. And this was Monster Model and Game, which I also bought from. Now, I thought I'd do a little food review because, well, I mean, I ordered a lot of beige food because we were very tired and wanted a bit of grease. So we got cheesy chips, which is more lukewarm chips that couldn't even melt the cheese. And I had some chicken and mashed potato. Yeah, we didn't all the healthy food, but honestly, £34 for all that food. I'm not sure, but we got to see this view of the arena next to it, so is it all that bad? I don't know. It probably wasn't that great, honestly. I feel like I see them at every show, but shout out to Brooks Models, who I buy the FlexiPad, FlexiFile things off them, and I love them and use them so much. And they gave me a pack today, so thank you so much. Go and order from them and tell them that I sent you, because yeah, love them. They're great. There are lots of traders here, including I think what it was Mr. Models and just a load of other local and probably not quite so local traders as well. I could not possibly tell you the names of all of them, but I've just tried to capture them all on here for you to see, because you really need to come to these shows and experience it for yourself, because there is just such an incredible amount on offer. Okay, back to the show then, and well, we'll come back with something I don't know too much about, which is Edinburgh Model Boat Club. They seem to come every year, and it's such a long distance for them to come. It always impresses me. I know nothing about this, so I'm just gonna let you enjoy it. Modern British Armour Sig must feel right at home at Bovington, almost like a spiritual home for the club. Their display was awesome, and again, I just took pictures of things that I don't think I've taken pictures of before, but also look cool. One of the more unusual things at the show was the University of Bournemouth having their sort of model, well, I guess professional industry model making stand. This was really cool to see and something I just didn't expect. We've gone now from the main hall into what I would say is like the main sort of timeline exhibit place, which goes from sort of World War I all the way up to sort of, I guess, just after post-war. And well, we have Armour Alarm. This is kind of mini dioramas, and they all look absolutely incredible. That wasn't to take it away from them. It really set the tone for the rest of this area, honestly. And yeah, I'll just let you enjoy because there's just so much going on. We then head over to Lemon Models. This was all run by the one person behind here, is what I understand. And I don't know how they have so much. I wish I had the throughput of models that you do. And your quality is much better than mine as well, which makes me feel awful. I also really enjoy your Warhammer. I think it's so excellently painted and based as well. So yeah, everything on your table was amazing. I am jealous of your skill. We then have Khan, which is another stand I don't think we too often see. Again, they are a smaller club, I would imagine, because they're from Khan, which isn't a massive town, and it's sort of located in the southwest. But it's nice to see things that I don't see very often, such as this Greek cockpit. Another stand I don't think we see too often is Teaming Racetrack. They had music blaring the entire day. When I say blaring, it was at a respectful level given it's a museum, but it was just a really fun and lovely display to see, and they had a lot of minions as well, which I'm sure put smiles on many faces. We then have Steve Bell scale models with an impressive Lancaster, and well, that's not the only one on the table. I think my favourite thing on this display though was the glider tug right at the end. In addition to that was the larger scale Lancaster, which had a mirror underneath it so you could see the bomb and what was written on it, which I think is really cool, and I do get a picture of that. This is Sam, and there was a little bit of text written down here that I thought I took a picture of, but I didn't, that explained that they've been coming to model shows since they were a lot younger, and this is sort of their, I guess, development. And they've got sort of the Kobe Lego-y style kits, brick systems, and then they've got sort of modelling here as well. I really liked this perspective one of the sort of USSR versus Germany and the Spitfire sinking into the sea, with their pilot unfortunately trapped. We then have Model Squad, which is Devon Scale Modelling Collective. I think my favourite things on here were probably the B1 and the Karis, and this tractor scene, because again, I just really like things that just represent the everyday, the normal of life, because sometimes the most normal things are actually the most beautiful things in life. Sometimes I think that's one of the nicest things to modelling, is just being able to appreciate things and practice mindfulness, and I think that seeing those sort of everyday scenes really encapsulates that sort of spirit too, even more so sometimes. But yeah, I thought it was a really cool display. I had some of my favourite aircraft on there. But I just can't get over this with the pumpkins and the glowing. It's just adorable. I love it. And this B1, it really brought it to life, just having the workers around it. We're then going to have a large array of free tables. I think they're all related, which is Portsmouth Model Boat Display Team. And they had like a bit where you could drive over different areas of terrain. And then they had like a display of loads of different RC vehicles and then some models. It was really, really cool. Well, we're near the end. Blooming heck. This is Chesil Model Flying Club with all their lovely, well, obviously, actual RC vehicles. They also had a bit around the corner where you could use one of those flight simulator, but RC flight simulators using like an actual controller. I haven't done one of them in many, many years, but this was a really awesome display to see. There was also lots to do at the museum as well. I'm not showing you me getting up there because it was not very graceful. And this is just one of the exhibits I didn't get to see last time, which is Tanks in Popular Culture. The last time I was here, this was under construction, so it was really nice to see. And there's Airfix featured quite prominently in here, which is really awesome to see too. Honestly, I think this is one of the best shows you can go to. Obviously, Bolton is my first every year, and this is becoming something that I want to become a staple of me going to in February because, well, it's just such a fantastic show. You get to buy a ticket, you get 15% discount if you buy online beforehand, and it's like it acts as your annual pass as well, so you can go again. I just think it's great.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed the show. Remember to subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with my latest and greatest videos. And if you want to support the channel more and me attending shows like this and building weird model kits, then make sure to become a channel member. You can do that down below. There's Advanced Kit and Starter level members. The difference is Advanced Kits get shouted out at the end of each video. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Thank you to all of my channel members, and thanks to some incredible donations. We've got a lot of Advanced Kit level members, so let's get through them. Lady Fury, Nicholas Thomas, Mad Rob, Jack the Modeler, Alexander K, David Eade, Maria Lucas, Matt MC, Martin Ward, Edna, Jim Brick, Darren May, Mark F, Exploring Unseen, Jocks Model Bench, Baz P, Graham McRobert, Bernie Hagyard, Patrick Clark, Paul Wiltshire Models, The Nexus Models, Arnie Young Balderson, To Boldly Goes Model Works, Model Making John, Julian Hall, Rob Taylor, Phil, Joe Leal, Zoltan Finter, Marcus Cranfield, Star Trek Props and Models, Taggers 365, Bobby G, Dafty Duck, Bob and Genevieve Owbridge, David Barber, Jeff's Dioramas, Explosive Water, who's one of the longest Advanced Kit Love members, and the person who got us to this level of Advanced Kit Love members. Thank you so much again to Crazy Light Chair. And to all my starter kits, my love goes out to you too. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if you like what you've seen here today, make sure to subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with my latest and greatest videos. And there's a recommended video here just for you. Have a good day wherever you are. Love you. Bye.